Welcome back, everyone, to Pinetopia. And to start with today, I had decided to move the enchanting table from over there to over here. And you can see that between the episodes, I managed to get 16 bookcases up into the area. And the reason why it's 16 is because 15 is full enchanting, but for the sake of symmetry, I decided to make it a nice 16. We have a crafting bench there. We have some books and lapis here. We have our anvil there. And I have to decide what I want to do with the fourth corner, but I'll have something in each of the four corners. And that will be our enchanting station. Of course, having it just out like this is not really a good idea. We're going to need to build something around it in order to make it look nice and pretty. If you recall from last time, one of the concerns I had was that this looked more like an octagon than a circle, but when I look at it in the map here, yeah, we might be able to put a little spike there on the end, but I think it'll look a little strange there. And I think as it is, it looks close enough to a circle that I think we'll go with it. After due thought, I decided to expand the circle out one more. What was concerning me was that this was going to be a little bit tight on how I had it before. So I expanded it out one more block all the way about, and let's see how that works. But I want to start out with the stairs that are going to be going from the ground up into there. And I am using nether brick because it's another theme for the season. Obviously, I need to line that up a little bit better if I'm going to get this done. Oh, okay, that time it did work. All right, for a moment there I thought, was I going to be in an infinite loop of not being able to get that to work? I really face need to face the proper direction to get that to work. That's the problem. For the corners is between the crimson stems, or just using the planks. Yeah, I think the color doesn't quite work with the stairs here. So I am going to go with the stems for the corners. Yeah, I think that'll work. And the idea here is to leave the central part of each one open. And that will be my entrance into the enchanting area. Now the diorite floor just won't work with this scheme. I had a feeling that would be the case. The question is, what should I use for the floor? Obviously not netherrack. I'm thinking about trying the warped planks, see how the warped planks look. And maybe also, is that too much of a contrast, or does that work? Because I think it would be more likely just something that'll look better as a highlighter than as a it doesn't look as bad as I feared. Though perhaps someone with a more unbiased eye could give their opinion on it. Now on this side, I will place the stem so I could get a look how that looks. I'll just place this on the side like that. Actually, that might be a little bit better since at least they have the same type of interweaving with it. Yeah, I think that'll work. This still leaves the question about what to do with the roof. Now, one possibility is using crimson hyphae, or however you pronounce that. And can I get up here? Yes, I can. And put this up here. That way, at least we still won't have to worry about that being exposed. Yet I think that's going to be a little bit too blocky for what I want on the roof, which means I'm going to need to use stairs. And if I use stairs, or maybe even slabs, I'm going to need a material that can be done that way. I don't think that it will look right with the crimson planks. I already rejected that earlier. So I think the crimson planks is going to be a little bit too bright for what I want here. And I think the nether bricks just, well, that'll just be way too expensive. I'll have to be collecting netherrack and turning that into bricks and the like. And I don't think that's really going to work all that well. What I would really like is some blackstone and see if that works. Now that of course means another trip to the nether and of course, most important of all, finding blackstone. Unfortunately, I have yet to find any blackstone in this world, so I'm going to have to do a bit of searching for that. This is how far I have gotten this, 128 blocks from the hub I have, and I figure I'm going to be cutting from here. Now, since my diamond pickaxe does not have unbreaking, what I was thinking was using an iron pickaxe in order to do my bulk mining for now. And see if I can find anything out. Oh! Is that blackstone? It's either blackstone or basalt. Either one will do. It'll be something nethery. That's the trick, right? Did I bring any gold with me? Okay, I am wearing gold boots. That's good. But I forgot to bring gold in order to trade with them. Oh well. Well, at least I'll get some basalt. And that'll be good. So that's the first thing I'll be needing. Yeah, it looks like you could mine it fairly well with the iron tool. How am I doing with this? This is 250 versus diamond will last longer even without the unbreaking, but I think I'll save the diamond for the good stuff. And is that? I think that's blackstone. Yes, I found blackstone. All right, good. Now that must mean that I am in a basalt delta right now. That means I think I have found all of the biomes except for the Soul Sand Valley, so I am still going to be needing that place at some point. I have to be careful that I don't run into any hoglins. Fortunately, hoglins I don't think are around this area all that much. I think hoglins prefer the Crimson Forest. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of stuff here. I'm going to at least chip merrily away and get as much blackstone as I can get. All told, I managed to collect 2.5 stacks of blackstone and 3.5 stacks of basalt. And I think that will be great for what I want to do here. Now, just out of curiosity, How does the floor look if I did it in either basalt or blackstone before I go around doing anything else sophisticated with it? Just want to see. All right, that is basalt. I am going to have to ponder this. Well, actually, that little accident there. Hmm, so many choices. But it's either going to be the basalt or return to the warped stems. I'll put back the warped stems for the moment, but I'll keep the idea of the basalt in mind for flooring, either now or for some other future time. As for the roof, I'm going to first try some polished blackstone stairs is what I decided to try first. And I'm going to start this off by putting some blackstone on top of here. And I'll just have a layer of blackstone all the way around here. And then once I have the blackstone, then I can use that as a foundation for placing down the stairs and see how that works. All the way around here. I think that should be. Now, of course, the tricky bit would be getting the stairs up nicely, because it's always tricky when you don't have scaffolding. Maybe I should someday just head out to a jungle, look for one, and try to get some. Oh, there's a. I was wondering who is in my house. I was seeing that it looks like a zombified piglin is in there. All right, I wasn't expecting company. Oh, all right. We'll just pull this out a little bit. This is what I'll have to do without the benefit of. Ooh. Without the benefit of decent. Why did I do the same thing that I did before? All right, now I want this to be. Right, I want to try it this way. Yeah, I think that would be the way that I want to do it. And just head all the way around here. As I said, difficult to get proper angles when you want to do this. Oh, as I said, real tricky. And now I have to do this all the way around. Actually, I think this is a little bit easier if I do it from here on the ground rather than trying to be up there, since the placement area is low anyway. And if it's low, then perhaps a low spot's the best place to do it at, not trying to do it in a hard to reach area. I think that'll work as soon as I get the rest of the roof on. Now, the rest of the roof could be tough if I continue on with stairs. Stairs are always a real pain to place. So it's getting those last few to lock in just right. Now the second layer would have to go where I put those initial blocks, and then the rest would be trickier after that. The one possibility is that I could have a partially open roof or just one that flattens out, which might be a pretty good option. So if I do that, what color should I make the top of the roof then? What would happen if I do basalt for that? No, the problem with basalt is you don't have slabs for it. I would rather have to do something that has slabs. And, and the tricky thing is getting something nethery with slabs that would be a good color. And I think I want to avoid nether brick for that. How about just plain regular blackstone instead of the blackstone bricks that I used over there, and see how that works? I'll just put a set of slabs over here to work as my foundation, and then from there I can, from down there, have no trouble getting the blackstone on top of that. Let's see how it works. At least this isn't a difficult one to place like all those. Oh, I went too far. Well, at least that meant I very quickly managed to get what was there. All right, and now let's head down and place the ones here. And I think before long, I'll have an entire roof. The question is, how would it look? The black looks a little dark and ominous, but I think it'll work. Though I also feel that a nice touch would be to add a few lanterns in here, going up and down there. I don't know if that makes the shroom lights redundant, but a little floor lighting probably wouldn't hurt either. And I think I also want one in the middle. Now, personally, I think it will look even better if I had some soul lanterns instead of regular lanterns. But unfortunately, I don't have any soul sand or soul soil, so I'm not going to be able to make any soul lanterns for now. But that does mean that I should still find that fifth biome, the Soul Sand Valley, since there'll be plenty of soul sand there. And I'll be making that little search in the next episode. And perhaps when we get around to that time, I'll have some better weapons and armor so that I could survive said journey. Because that place is going to be loaded with skeletons. And I don't mean the type that are easily farmed, such as I have in my little skelly farm down there. But that's it for today, and when we return next time, we are going to look for a Soul Sand Valley and return to Piney Plays Minecraft Pinetopia.